without me for a moment.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir. On train.
Master! Goblins!
I'm counting on you. Through and through.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Your anger is well justified, and I shan't deny you it. However, I am obliged to make you aware of your situation. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds. in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
I fain put down my steel for warm ale.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
There's adventure.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Tad rowdy, but I shan't complain.
I wish I could.
The rules and your leisure.
Mustn't neglect my ledger.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
The solution is...
Eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
I'm dead on my feet. There'll be a few heavy curses about. It's nice to see everyone happy. Bring you meetings and adventure in your Aftermarket I go.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Always a pleasure.
Come to see real.
Welcome to the Star Trek. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares for beginner.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false Arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false Arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
'Tis our duty to bring the beasts low.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Let's take it easy today.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Always sets me to think. I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles. This place is all dull.
time to find me a mark. We need the coin.
Now, how best to proceed?
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
Quiet at last.
Have no fear. Master, I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
I swear I've not blinked once in whilst there.
Lost track of time. This place is too
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Would that such peace reigned eternal.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
My sword arm could use some work. Wait for the good equipment to come. My sword arm could use some work. townspeople depend on me. My sword arm could use some work. My sword arm could use some work.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out. Minute now. Those armors seen better days. Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Wait till your equipment's coming.
Naught compares to a real battle. Suppose I can always run.
My sword arm could use some work. My sword arm could use some work.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. Thought a stroll might be.
Prithee inform us when you leave.
I've got to focus. My shift only just begun.
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite shy days are so tranquil.
Got to keep moving.
A dash of sauce.
Good to see you, Master.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Diza's schemes run deep. To think, Diza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Diza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Diza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come. Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
Fancy a gander? Fine wares all. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time.
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man...
Yes? Is there something I can do for you?
Now, this is a place
gather
to
round,
forget
gather
one's-
round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. I would greatly appreciate a coin or two.
I grow restless when I do the same thing all along.
Sometimes I ought to check the wheels before we depart.
Now,
I've got
where was
precedent
that
to
found
command
again?
any...
All this walking. Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
What? Huh.
This looks like trouble.
Prepare yourself!
You!
But we may not...
My! I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Glad we understand each other. I'll be on my way then.
You showed mercy to the agent master. How very gracious of you.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Gather round, gather.
Look, master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Got nothing to fear if I keep my wits about me.
Drag my ass out of bed.
There are few places where I feel like
No easy thing.